How y'all doing?
How are you?
Great. Can't complain. I'm blessed. So, first I want to just start with just saying I'm thankful and I'm blessed, I'm blessed to have a wonderful medical staff and a wonderful trainers here who treat me with the care of their children. And that tender loving care just gives me confidence, faith, strength, just all the wonderful things, just to keep going in this journey that I've been on so far. With that being said, also I would like to just say how thankful I am to have wonderful coaches and teammates here in Buffalo that just allow me to grow mentally, physically, spiritually each and every day. So many different aspects. I learned so many different things from my coaches here, my teammates here, the vets here. I'm always learning here, and that's a wonderful environment to be in and to be around. With that being said, over these last few months, I've been on a journey, and I've seen, some of the top professionals across the country, and their answers to me were pretty much all the same. They were the same, and this event was life-changing, but it's not the end of my story. So I'm here to announce that I plan on making a comeback to the NFL. So the diagnosis of pretty much what happened to me was basically commotio cordis. It's a direct blow at a specific point in your heartbeat that causes cardiac arrest. And 5 to 7 seconds later, you fall out. And that's pretty much what everyone's seen January 2nd of this year. Commotio cordis is the leading cause of death in youth athletes across all sports. So that's something that I personally will be taking a step in to make a change. And also with that being said, all the awareness around CPR and the access to AEDs have been lowering that number as well. My heart is still in it, my heart is still in the game. I love the game. It's something I want to prove to myself, not nobody else, It's just, I just want to show people that fear is a choice, that, you can keep going in something without having the answers and without knowing what's at the end of the tunnel. Or, you might feel anxious, you might feel any type of way, but you just keep putting that right foot in front of the left one and you keep going. I want to stand for that.
What was it like just getting back out there with the guys? What was that feeling for you when you first entered the building?
It was an anxious feeling at first, something similar to like anxiety, just dealing with everything over the past few months. It was a great feeling to just see my teammates again. I say that the anxiousness was just from, the last time they seen me, it was so recent to what happened. But, they loved me up. Like I said, I learned so much from them. Anything that I don't understand or that I'm dealing with, I can talk to any of our vets across the board, and they'll always have something for me that I could take with me and add to my what I do.
Of all the things that you've done on your tour of the world there after you were healthy, what sticks out the most to you? Is there a particular, I don't know if it was seeing Biden or what was the moment that really was a wow moment for you?
Not to sound cliche, man, but the wow moment is every day, just being able to wake up and just take deep breaths and live a peaceful life, to have a family, to have people that are around me that love me and that care about me, and for those people to still have me in their lives. They almost lost me. Like I died on national TV in front of the whole world, you know what I mean? So I see it from all perspectives, and for them to still have me around and for me to still have them, it's like it goes both ways. And, I lost a bunch of people in my life. I know a bunch of people who lost people in their lives, and I know that feeling, so that right there is just the biggest blessing of it all, is for me to still have my people and my people still to have me.
Damar,
It's been wonderful. It's really been wonderful to see the world, you know, see the good that I was trying to do, even before the notoriety. For that to be acknowledged it was just a wonderful feeling, you know. And now with my foundation through the roof, I plan to save a generation and generations to come. That's pretty much what my dad did with me, you know. He didn't come from the best background, didn't have the most resources, but he always took me and my friends, and you know, he wanted to get us out of our environment. He wanted to give us better opportunities. You know, he created AAU teams for us. He created community days, 3-on-3 tournaments, you know, anything just to keep us active and keep us off the streets, you know. And one of his biggest things is your peers or your biggest influences. So, you know, I kind of took that motto in myself even before all of this, you know, and wanted to do the same for the ones coming after me. And through my foundation, I plan on saving generations.
Damar, what's it like to, are you wearing your number 3 jersey? I'm trying to see. Is that your practice jersey?
I just worked out.
Yeah. Oh, no,
This is just a little, this is just Bill's gear.
But were you wearing, we didn't get to see you work out. Were you wearing a number 3 jersey while you were working out, or have you put on your practice jersey, and what was that like to do so yesterday when you did it?
Well, we're just working out. We're not playing football technically yet, you know. So I'm day to day with it, you know. I'm just taking it one day at a time. That's where I'm at in this process. Anytime I try to think too forward, you know, it gets cloudy. So I'm riding the roller coaster of emotions. I'm taking it one day at a time, and I'm trusting God, you know. I'm walking by faith.
Damar, you've had to be so singularly focused to get to the NFL. It takes so much to do that. With all your experience and everything you've been through, has your perspective on actually playing and being in the NFL and the game of football changed, or will you not know that until maybe it gets a little bit closer to playing the game again?
Well, you know, like you said, it's kind of like my perspective has always been, even before this situation, it was a blessing, even just to make it to the NFL. But to make it out of my situation without a scratch on me, and to have all the blessings come in my way, you know, it's just been one of those things where I'm just trying to figure out the best way to repay it, you know what I mean? And I've been beating statistics my whole life, you know, and some people might say that coming back to play might not be the best option, but that's their opinion. And like I said, I've been beating statistics my whole life, so I like my chances here.
Damar, when did you reach the conclusion that you knew that you wanted to come back, and what was the process like in you arriving at that decision?
Well, sitting in the hospital bed, I think maybe that Saturday, I think there were some games on, and you know, this is around the time where I'm going through a lot in my head, just trying to process everything that was going on, but just watching teams play, watching other safeties play. That's where I seen and felt my love for the game, and that's where I was just like, I don't want to be done yet. But you know, it was an extensive process to go through for medically, you know, to get cleared and meet with doctors and go here, go here, go here, go here. So it was a lot of hurdles to go over and a lot of steps to take necessarily. So I would say then.
Damar, I know that Brandon said that you're fully cleared, everything's out there working, but is there a process still? Do you check in with doctors? How does this work? Or are you just basically going about your business unless you need to?
So I pretty much had my last appointment on Friday, which was a checkup. And he pretty much recommended me to go back to playing in a way, because he said it would be good for the mental health aspect of things, and which I agree, you know, and just being around my teammates, the camaraderie of the sport of football, you know, that's what makes this sport the best in the world, is the brotherhood that it creates, the unity that it creates between all people of all aspects of life and just different journeys, you know, it brings them together for one common goal. And, you know, I feel like that's a direct correlation of what happened to me that night, you know, just bringing people together in prayer, love. But that's what this sport does as well. So my heart is in it completely. And, you know, it takes a lot to be great in this game. and I got a long way to go. I got a long journey to go, but I'm committed to it each day, day in, day out. So I thank everybody for being on this journey with me.
What have you learned about yourself during this time?
I learned that I was always, I won't say always, but I learned that, you know, I was doing the right things and living for the right things, and the morals that I stood on in my life, my entire life, were guided in the right direction. So, you know, that's a testament to the people who raised me, my mom and my dad. And, you know, it just gives me confidence, you know, just seeing the reaction of once people learned who I was, and, you know, they actually got to know me and know who I was, and it was just nothing but love in return for me, because that's all I wanted to put out into the world. So it's just a testament to who raised me. So, you know, moving forward, I've done nothing but just trust my gut. I follow my heart. I let my heart walk in the room before me, and I just lead with love any chance that I can.
Physically, from a lifting weights, running, working out standpoint right now, I mean, are you pretty much, do you have any limitations, or are you on a very similar program to any other defensive safety?
Physically, you know, I'm pretty much building this thing up from 0 to 100, you know, but that's the favorite part about the game. I love the process. I love starting from nothing and building it up to something. You know, in anything that you do, you have to love the process most. So I'm excited about it. I'm excited about it physically, but the hardest hurdle is mentally. You know, it's a, like I said before, it's a roller coaster of emotions. And I have the right people in my corner to talk to and support me mentally. So I trust them, and I trust the people here. I trust my medical team, and I know that I'm in good hands. Thank you, guys. Thank y'all. Held a pit.